What's up with it, world? We got another one like the other one. This is Bigheaded Table Talk. I am your co-host with the most, Busy Mac and the handicap assassin. You already know my other brother.
Hey, what's poppin' with it, y'all? It's your boy Bigheaded. Thank y'all for rocking with us on another one. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell because it lets you know when we drop, man.
Yeah.
Now, today's episode, Busy, I actually want to start it off with that man, Xxxtentacion. So, man, he got killed a couple years back, man. And, it was a crazy situation because I guess he had went to the motorcycle dealership just to buy a motorcycle.
Yeah, facts.
Before he had went to the dealership, he had tried to get out $250,000 in cash, and he couldn't get it. So basically, he only got a 50. So when he got up in there, he was shopping around, and you see basically the suspects come in, and they see a chain, and they say that's XXX. They see his car outside. They seen him post a car. You know what I mean? So they said, we're going to rob him. Now, the whole day and the previous days to this situation, they was trying to rob people. So it was said that they went to the motorcycle shop to get a mask to rob people, and that's what he bought.
Damn, so they just happened to see him right there?
Yeah, but it was too much a coincidence.
That's what I'm saying, too.
Yeah, it was a lot of coincidence, and then you hear this Drake shit coming up, right?
Like they had to have the drop somehow.
That's what I think. I think they had to have the drop because how did okay, you go to the motorcycle shop, he just so happens to have $50,000 inside of I think it's a Louis Vuitton bag. You know what I mean? And they said, we was just gonna rob him for the chain. Like,
nah, like you said, when that shit first popped off, Drake was coming up a lot. Like,
so do you actually have any knowledge on the beef that they had?
No, I heard like they're going back and forth, like I think X was either used one of Drake's songs or something, and did his own song about it, and Drake wasn't feeling it, or so they started funking somehow, and I guess XXX dropped a picture of Drake sucking dick or something, and then deleted it real quick, and then ever since then, right after that, you didn't hear from Drake for a while, and then boom, all of a sudden XXX gets robbed and gets shot, and so everybody was pointing to Drake and shit. But it sounds kind of right, really fucking defamed Drake,
So do you feel like it was like a Photoshop picture, or do you feel like he posted something that was real?
Nah, because he deleted it quick, and the picture I seen was real graphic. Like that shit would make you want to kill somebody. Like if someone posted a picture of you like that, for sure.
Yeah, because it's a lot of conspiracies right now, but the thing that was tripping me out the most is how did y'all know he was even there? They said they had seen the car once they pulled up because he's the only person that had a BMW i8. You know what I mean? So basically he had posted it on his IG story that he had that car. He just had bought it.
No, yeah, for sure.
So one of the dudes said, okay, well, I seen the car and I knew that was him, but it was just kind of fishy. You know what I'm saying? So I guess they said Drake, he's trying to petition to not go in.
Yeah, they're subpoenaing him, so for sure they got some type of evidence or something, you know what I mean? So why would they be subpoenaing him out of nowhere?
Yeah, I think they probably got something there too. It's terrible for him to even be involved in something like that. But if he did put a picture of him up like that and it was true, that's hard. That's hard not for Drake not to do nothing about it. Period, point blank. It's a cold situation.
Nah, and like you said, once they found those three guys, the shooters and shit, all the press got off Drake and shit.
Like they didn't care about him no more.
Swept under the rug. But in my heart, I still felt like he had something to do with it. I don't know why, but sounds about right from all the shit that I seen perspire from what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, and if we knew that XXX was in a motorcycle dealership and all he had was a chain, I mean, he did have that bag on his side, but that bag could have had like a gun or something. So they really didn't even know he had that 50 on him. And the crazy part about it is that they was on IG and all on their Facebooks and shit showing the money after they killed him.
For sure. And they had the mask that they did it with.
All types of shit. They got into a car accident in the car that they used, bro. So I don't even know why you fight shit like that when you got that much video evidence against you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no. Speaking of that, you didn't hear about one of the armed robbers said he only got $5,000 out of the whole shit.
That's why he's telling on them.
And he's telling on all of them.
Yeah, he's telling on all of them. He said he only got 5 bands, but I mean, he said he told them he didn't want to do the robbery because he had just went in there to scout dude.
Yeah.
You feel me? So he said, I don't want to be on camera doing that shit. You feel me? Because they're going to get me because I'm already on camera. You know what I'm saying? I felt him.
And he said that they told him he wasn't going to get no money.
Yeah. I wouldn't give him no money either because he didn't do nothing. You feel me? But he did scout him, I guess, but I don't know.
You got to break him off. That's
why
he's feeling the way he's feeling right now. Cause
they should have never did it in the first place, though.
For sure.
My opinion. Because the dude had no reason to pop him. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't have popped him. He already was giving it up. You know what I'm saying? Even if we in the car fighting, just hit him with a pistol or something because you killed a star. You know what I'm saying? You finna make your stay in jail hella bad. You feel me? It's just it's not a good look. You feel me?
For sure. No, and you gotta live with that shit. Even if you get out, like people are still gonna hate you for that shit.
And it's almost like he was trying to get some stripes because he didn't have to pop them, but.
And I ain't never heard of these niggas at all. Like,
nah.
So for sure.
But I mean, hopefully, you know, they get what they deserve or whatever happens, however it goes, and hopefully Drake ain't involved. But what else you got up for us, man?
Yeah, my condolences to the family and all that. But we gonna keep it rolling, man. With U.S. citizens, U.S. warned citizens in Russia, like our citizens in Russia, that they need to get out immediately.
I believe that
because the security fears, like everything that happened with what's her name, Brittany Griner, like they'll just keep us and just try to hold anybody hostage and shit. Like, yeah, shit's getting wild from here and in China and everything. Like, what you think about that shit, bro?
I feel like Russia gonna try to do anything they could do to get over on us. You know what I mean? Due to the fact that we got all these sanctions against them, we're stopping a lot of their money. It's starting to get a lot of. It's starting to get more like economical now.
No, for sure, like economic war or some shit.
Yeah, like people want money. Like they actually, the United States is actually occupying, I think, 30% of Syria right now. And if you knew the area that they're occupying, it's where all the gas is in Syria.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So I think United States really, what they're trying to do is start wars to take natural resources because we're using all of ours up over here. You know what I mean? So that's really the take everybody's getting out of this shit.
And because we're helping out Ukraine so much and shit, you know what I mean?
And you remember that shit we was talking about, the going the batteries and the Cadillac converters? They got it all over the natural metals. They got it occurs more over there.
You know what I mean? So for sure we're stationed up over there. But that's why Russia's trying to join up with China and they're trying to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But you know, China
do weird shit.
China has always been like trying to be advanced.
No, for sure.
Economically.
Just secretly about it.
Like. Yeah, but it's stupid that the United States lets Ukraine and China do all these little secret things, like all this shit that's happening right now in the news, for instance, like these balloons and all these unidentified
because
flying
you know the
objects.
truth, bro. They probably but they know how crooked we are too, though.
Yeah, everybody. But see, we doing shit. They just can't. Like our news ain't gonna report the stuff that we doing to them. Like for instance, you know what I mean?
Like you said, we could do it, but they can't do it. Like it's weird as fuck. Like,
yeah.
We can send our balloons over there to spy, but they can't. It's weird as fuck.
Yeah, because if you really look at it, like, come on, bro. You know, we got all our shit over there. We probably got boats in the water, fucking sending signals,
submarines, all that kind of shit.
And they don't tell you about that. So when we do it to them, it's like almost like it's okay because they, like I said, our media is never gonna report that we're doing it to them. We probably got hell of those balloons flying over their shit.
For sure.
But you know what I want to talk about too?
I just read a headline that said that.
Yeah, Ukraine and Russia and all this shit, how they're going back and forth. Really, that's just a war the United States is running. They're just trying to soften Russia up so they can go in there later on and take the natural resources. I'm telling you right now.
No, that's what it's looking like.
Yeah, they're gonna do it. It's just the way
messy as fuck.
Yeah, it's the way life works. Like United States has always conquered. You know what I mean? And they're
trying to stop money and all that. So we need all the minerals and shit we could get.
So it's gonna get pretty out of control in a couple of years. I will say that with everything, especially money and everything, because you know the resources are getting so limited. You know, batteries are going up. You know,
bro, everything's going up.
It's gonna be crazy, bro. So people are gonna have to buckle up, man.
For sure.
Because a lot of people talk about bullshit like we always say, but they don't talk about things like this, boy.
No, you got to conserve everything now.
Yeah,
like
when you're back against the wall, man. But what else you got up for us, man?
We're gonna keep this shit rolling with hold up.
Oh, you know, wait, before we even move on, you know what I want to talk about those things that they shooting down in the air.
Yeah, so that's what we was trying to get to.
Yeah, my fault. Them unidentified flying objects. So
yeah.
So they got the flying objects flying everywhere right now, and they got one the other day. It was at 60,000 square feet up in the air, whatever. They had a 40,000 feet one. So what I want to ask you is, do you think that got anything to do with like aliens?
I don't know, because they said they shot like 4 of them down now, but they said that like 3 of them or a couple of them didn't have nobody in them. They were just sitting there. So I don't know. Like they probably did maybe shoot down a UFO and just trying to cover it up. Because they said they don't want to single that out. They don't want to void that out. So yeah, it sounds about right. But if they start doing that, like, because all of a sudden there's been UFOs flying around. All of a sudden they want to start shooting them down and shit. Like.
Yeah, and I think they know something that we don't know. You know what I mean? They basically they probably is UFOs. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy because Donald Trump actually had this conversation, and he was talking about how there is aliens, right? And we're just waiting for a certain time in our galactic fucking something. What is it? The galactic something?
Galactic Federation.
Yeah, the Galactic Federation shit to get to a point where they could tell human beings about it. And I want to know, do you think there's any truth to shit like that?
No, for sure, I believe it. But I believe that they've been hiding shit so much that people ain't gonna believe it. Like, until it really happens. Like, but I think they're really just trying to scare us and shooting shit down. Like, for sure.
I think all these things are true, but I think the crazy part about it is I think that they cannot tell you, because if they did tell you, you would go crazy.
Yeah.
Right. First of all, and
they don't want to give us too much.
Yeah, and I believe the aliens probably could heal diseases, cancers. You know, they probably got it all figured out because they're light years ahead of us. You know what I mean? And I don't know why people try to sweep it under the rug. For instance, when you see all these ancient Greek books and shit.
Yeah, all that shit's coming to light now, bro. I've been seeing a lot of this shit.
Remember the conversation we was having about mermaids?
Yeah, Greek mythology, all that shit. Like, that shit has to start somewhere, bro.
Like when did you start getting familiarized on the mermaid topic? Because you brought that up to me.
I say about 5 years ago and shit.
What made you, what intrigued you initially?
I started reading this story about... First, I seen this picture of some. It was a mermaid washed up on shore in Haiti, and then I went to the comments, and everybody said my grandma and my aunt used to tell me stories about mermaids. They would whistle and they would sing on the edge of the thing and reel men in and take them under and keep them sex slaves. And there were just hella people saying the same different story.
Yeah,
and they'd take their cousin for like 10 years or something, and then she'll come back, or they'll take their uncle and they'll be a sex slave for 30 years and he'll come back all of a sudden. Like,
that's crazy.
And he'll remember some, but he remember none. Like, and they were all saying the same shit, but different people were saying. And I was like, just keep doing your research, folks. You got to keep an open mind to everything, because all this shit they're saying is bad for us, lying to us about, like shrooms and marijuana and shit. Like, all that shit, they're prescribing it now, using it as medicine for PSD and all that, PTSD and all that shit. So yeah, I'm saying, just do your research, man. See what the
I think the myths and all that shit, I don't think it's really myths. I think there is aliens. I think there's giants.
No, they're finding giant skeletons. Like you said.
I think there was mermaids. I feel like they just try to sweep it under the rug because they feel like we're not ready for it. And I feel like almost like they had an initiative to take them out. Like, cause that's why we don't see them no more. Like, they ended that type of race or whatever it was, or strain of people. They took them out. Yeah, it's weird, bro.
Try to keep them a secret for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It was my opinion, but when I really I don't know, when I really was looking at everything, I was like, man, these things are getting shot out the air now, and they're acting like, oh, they're balloons and they're this and they're that. I understand some of it's spy stuff, you know what I mean? Of course, I mean,
not for sure, but one of those had to be like a UFO or something. Like,
I think it is things like that, and they just can't tell you. There's a lot of retired military.
They already told us there's UFOs and shit, but people still don't want to believe it until the motherfuckers come in and try to, you know what I'm saying, take over. But they're coming. There's more and more sightings.
You believe in an alien, though, right? Like, you think
for sure.
Yeah,
believe in alien, UFOs, all that shit.
Because I think the same thing. I think that, you know, there has to be something else out there that lives, not just us. You know what I mean? That's why they're trying to get there. That's why they're trying to figure it out. That's why they keep trying to go to space. You know what I mean? I understand they're trying to occupy another planet, but I feel like they got another agenda, almost like to touch bases with what's out there. But what else you got for us, man?
Yeah, man. We're going to keep it rolling. This breaking news. The train derailment in Palestine, Ohio, has sent toxic chemicals into the Ohio River.
That's fucking cold.
And the Ohio River, man, supplies over 5 million people, and it's treasured like in the natural resources of the nation. So that's a big like water hole for the whole nation. 5 million people. That's like at least like 5 other states.
But see, once again, here we go, man.
It all sounds too coincidental.
That's what I'm saying, kind of fishy, because I just told you those KKK people was trying to take over power grids, derail trains. You know what I'm saying?
Light up, what is it? Farms and shit, food companies and shit. Mm-hmm. Tip over oat trucks and weird shit.
They're trying to do it all, bro. I told you, like, so that almost sounds like one of their little moves.
Nah, it's all sounding way too fishy, bro.
And I don't understand how things like this happen. Like, they have a lot of things in place for things like this not to happen, especially if we know that's on the train.
No,
the train shouldn't even be going that fast. You know what I mean?
It's like it's getting so blatant. It's like they're getting sloppy about it. It's weird. Like,
I feel
like they ain't even having no trouble hiding it. They don't even want to hide it. They're just doing the shit.
Yeah, they just gonna push their agenda now, no matter what. They don't really care about what nobody else think at this point. But you know what I'm saying? Like I always say, man, I understand. Like if people got these initiatives they want to push, they could push it. But derailing the train, man, that's cold because now you got all that toxic shit in the water.
Nah, and they're just trying to take people out and all types of shit. Like,
yeah, that shit's crazy, man. But you know what I want to talk about next, man? So, do you think the reason why Adam exposed and fired House Phone is because he slept with Lena? Because I know that.
Damn, I didn't even know that. See, learning new shit every day, man.
Yeah, so House Phone slept with Lena. Like basically, when they met, when Adam 22 met Lena, House Phone was there. So after Adam had kicked it with her a couple times, he had sex with her, and then he stopped talking to her for about a couple months. House Phone came in and he hit, right? And then Adam wiped her up, and ever since then, it just seemed like this little initiative to, slander House Phone or make him look bad, like he's laid.
So he knew or something?
Oh, he knew. House Phone told him he smashed, but him and Lena wasn't serious, so it was no big deal. You know what I mean?
That's that sucking shit.
Right?
And then he just suddenly tries to be mean to him and push him on out and shit. Like he's always been going down on, going off on House Phone.
House Phone, right?
Belittling him and shit.
Belittling him, that's what I mean. And I feel like that's kind of messed up. And then, so House Phone, Blasey, all of them quit, right? You knew that, right?
Yeah, I was hearing something like that.
And they're going to start their own show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was going to ask you, what do you think the success of their show going to be?
I don't know. I knew it was going to come sooner or later because Adam just, looks like he just wants everybody to work for him and shit. Like he don't care about what. He just wants content no matter how he could get it.
Like when he exposed House Phone with that trans, that was wrong, right?
Yeah, if it ruins your life, he don't care. It's good content to him and keeps him in business at the end of the day. So really, yeah, got to stay away from leech ass people like that, man.
Yeah, I feel it. I definitely feel it. But it was a crazy situation because I was like, man, this guy is gonna take down this whole fucking company with this stupid shit.
No, you can see it. Like he's messy. He's like, what is that shit called? Likes to start like trouble and shit, like petty as fuck.
He only cool to you if you're a gang member. You feel me? If
drama, but if you bring shit up about him, yeah, it's all bad. Like
if you a square, he ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? He gonna pick on you like a motherfucker. But if you a gang member, he's just gonna leave your ass alone. You see how it works over there?
Nah, and you can see everybody's turning their back on him because they're starting to see like.
And another thing is the bag must not be that big because if you willing to leave, he must not be paying people a lot. You know what I mean? He must be only giving them a couple thousand a week or something, bro. Because these niggas is willing to just leave. I thought nigga was getting paid like 10, 20,000 or something a month.
No, like you said, you got to be eating. But I heard that we gonna keep it in the same subject with Whack 100 and Sharp going at it.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
And Whack 100 was just going off on Sharp, and he couldn't even explain how much he gets paid or none of that.
Yeah.
He's trying to say he don't work under Adam, but really they all work under Adam.
They all work under
Adam.
They
all wouldn't have went over there to him like
Sharp's
that.
Trying to make it seem like he was some kind of boss or something. Yeah. I don't understand that part.
Facts.
But, nigga, you work under Adam. That's just what it is. And then another thing is that Sharp, he starts a lot of shit, right? And Whack 100, he's starting to get tired of that shit. And so is a lot of other people from the outside looking in.
Nah, yeah, he's getting too cocky and trying to call out people that's going to check that
then
cash.
He's like checking little squares. Like he checked the other little pimp dude. Then he checked the other pimp dude, Kelpie. He's checking people that really can't defend themselves. So it's starting to rub some people the wrong way.
No, it is like some bully shit for sure.
Yeah, people is like, bro, come on, stop doing that shit,
And
bro.
I would love to see that fight with Whack and Sharp. Boxing match.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, he'll get mopped up.
Yeah, you know he's gonna get mopped. That's what I'm saying. Where's we really watching? Him get beat up?
Or him and what's his name at least?
What?
Sharp and what's that fool? C-Max manager?
I forgot his name, but I know you talking about C-Max manager against Whack 100.
Nah, versus Sharp. Remember they was gonna fight for beating up Kelpie or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like you talking about the other ODM Slim.
Yeah, ODM Slim.
That'll be a cool one.
Hell yeah. But nah, he's ducking a lot of fights, man. I just want to see him write them checks. His mouth be cashing all this shit, like talking all that big shit. He do be saying
hella shit. He definitely do be saying hella shit, so I can't fault you for feeling like that, though.
I did like him at first, but like you said, he's just asking for it. And one day you're gonna get touched like that, like your ass touched up.
Nah, I feel like he really asking for it now. That you ain't even lying, nigga. It seemed like this man almost wants to get, you know, and he tried to bring San Diego into it, and you had the San Diego Crips online saying, you know, this and that. And I understand, like, y'all got to go with y'all city, but Sharp,
that is some incriminating shit though. Clubhouse.
Sharp is doing, he's doing it all to himself, man. It's not like what he's doing is okay, you know. It's like, bro, you can't be punking.
No, he's bringing negative, bringing the negativity.
Attention.
Attention to
and
yourself.
I understand he was a pimp and he don't like people saying the fake pimp shit. That's fine, bro. But you gotta, at a certain point, bro, you gotta kind of like chill with that shit.
And at the same time, that's the same thing he's doing right now. He don't pimp no more, so he's trying to still be a part of the game or still be in the platform. Like,
and he should make better content than that, bro. Like he a doper person than that. He can make way better content than that. But that's just, I mean, that's my opinion about it. And but for the 50 bands, Whack 100 said he want to fight him for 50.
Nah, for sure.
I would have took that motherfucker. I would have pulled up, no problem. You feel me?
You think that Clubhouse is incriminating? I do.
I think that Clubhouse is probably backed by the feds. You know, it's almost a way to get you to tell on yourself on air. You know what I mean? So
for sure, because that's all I see here on that motherfucker.
I mean, because you know, behind certain shit, it'd be like, you know, police. You know, so. I don't know. That's just one of those type of things. I could never tell with Clubhouse, because Clubhouse seemed like almost like everybody to get up on that motherfucker and incriminate themselves.
Yeah, that's why I can't even listen to that shit or nothing. Like,
hell nah, that shit's almost like fucking, I don't know, telling yourself fucking, I don't know, that's just retarded as fuck, bro.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Nah, but you know what I want to talk about next, man? So a lot of weed shops in California, man, they've been selling their weed out of state, right?
For sure, everybody wants Cali weed though.
But the rules of the whole thing was that you can't sell your weed
damn,
out of state.
You got to keep it inside state statute.
You can't cross state lines. So it's a lot of brands right now that's being found like in Oregon, being found like in, you know, New Mexico, especially New Mexico. That was a big one. Canada, but it's brands like Cookies and shit that don't have a license to be out there. Yeah,
I see.
So they were talking about if it doesn't stop and it can't get regulated, that they're going to start taking licenses away, like Cookies and these big farms, if they can't control where their product is going.
But what if they do like Runts does, and they put Runts Detroit, or they put Cookies New York and shit like that?
I know that you can't do that, because if it was manufactured in California, then it has to have a California stamp on it. You know
but what if it was manufactured in California and you just took the seed over to New York and you grew it over there?
I think you'll still get in trouble, because by the code of what you're supposed to be doing, you're supposed to be keeping everything. That's cultivation, though. You're supposed to keep everything in California. So I don't know. Like, well, I had a question for you. Do you feel like if Cookies got shut down, like what would that do for the weed market?
She'll be boof.
Do you think it will help it or hurt it?
Hurt it for sure. Excuse me.
Because of the innovation factor, or what makes you feel like that?
The innovation factor, the flavor factor, the variety factor, and the like terp factor.
The terps too? Terps. Do you feel like that's the best cannabis brand that you've experienced? It's Cookies? Are you familiar with any other ones, or is that just
no? That's like the most popular. But there's a lot of ones that are just the same as Cookies. They're just not as is that shit mainstream and shit.
Yeah, cause I like a brand
like Jungle Boys. My bad.
Jungle Boys is cool.
Backpack Boys.
Yeah, I like a brand that's it's called High Garden. Actually, they sell it in a box and then it comes in a bag.
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
They have a lot of good strains, man. I'll tell you that.
Alien Labs
is cool, but they kind of overpriced sometimes. But I will say this.
You see the shit they pushing out there though.
Yeah, but you know, some greenhouse shit can compare with what the fuck they got though. I'm being honest. But you know what I want to say is, so if Cookies was off the market, right? If they did ban it, I think that would be good for the market, the economy overall, because they almost flooded the market like it's Walmart.
No, they did.
So it's like I don't know. It'll be a good look. It'll give other people a chance to come up and grow. But like, I love cookies. Don't get me wrong, man. You know what I'm saying? This is not a petition to, you know, stop cookies by any means. I just think to myself, like, it's so oversaturated. Oh yeah, they was also talking about a lot of people that weren't meeting the regulations anyways. They're gonna fucking just ban their license anyways because the market's so oversaturated.
And there's a lot of people that are being lazy in the grow. Like cookies, that's guaranteed. They're gonna give you quality and all that shit.
Yeah, like I wouldn't personally want cookies to go. Because they got clothing.
Yeah, exactly.
They got everything.
They're a juggernaut.
They're a juggernaut. I wouldn't want them personally to go. Only because the innovation factor. That's my personal opinion. You know what I mean? I feel like if it wasn't cookies to go, but if it was another brand that's kind of up there.
You know what they should do?
Because some motherfuckers be like just Walmart or this shit. Just big ass warehouses with weed everywhere. And they just pushing out the lowest percentage trash.
That's what I'm saying. They should have
flooding the market.
They should have the people that did the most sales stay in the game, and the other ones, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get the fuck up out the way.
No, that makes sense. That way, because sales, the numbers will do the motherfucking talking. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah, it makes sense. But I don't know. I feel like if they did knock some of these big brands down, it would give a lot of smaller guys a chance to come in the game and do something with it. You know what I mean? That's my personal opinion. But what else you got up for us, man?
Man, we gonna switch gears, man. We got a mass shooting in Michigan State University. 3 students killed and 5 wounded.
Damn. It's almost like, man, like I said, man, they watching something on some kind of secret website.
Nah, and this shit's, like you said, it's getting way too common, like every other day. Like,
yeah. I seen that shit last night. And you know what? The crazy part was I didn't even want to click on that shit. I don't know why I didn't want to click on it, bro.
Nah, I didn't want to, but I just got to keep the people informed too, man. Because like you said, we bring up a lot of death, and that's just a lot of negativity. But we got to keep you people informed. Like, people are getting way too comfortable and just walking up in the university shooting people and shit. Like, shit's getting crazy. So y'all people, we say the gunman fled shooting the scene, but he got shot. He ended up dying at the scene in an academic building. In the student union.
That shit crazy, bro. So did you hear about that Rayj and Raz B fight?
Yeah, I just heard about that shit today too, man.
Yeah, so basically, apparently, Rayj, he's hosting a new show on it's a Dodge Fight Club or some shit like that, and the people that's fighting or some shit like that, whatever. And he said that they too violent on the show, so he wants to back away, like take his name off of the executive producer. And Raz B said, nah, because I don't want to mess up the investors' money that they put money into this. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So I'm not trying to, just mess up their money just because you feel like what you seen was too violent. Rayj said it's going to be a very entertaining show. He said it's going to be 25 episodes of very entertaining content. He said, but at the same time, he just don't want his name to be attached to it because it's very violent, what you're going to see. And Raz B, he said whatever. They had a couple words. Rayj pulled up and socked him in his mouth at the little.
Damn, the viewing or something?
Yeah, nah, like at the little station where they shoot the show at.
Oh.
You feel me? So when they both pulled up, you know what I'm saying, or Rayj pulled up on him, you feel me? He socked him in his mouth. And I want to get your take.
Yeah, they're always fighting with each other though. B2K and Rayj, like they've been funking with each other. Like,
yeah, what's your take on it though? Do you feel like him not wanting to attach his name to something is?
I don't see him not attaching his name to it, but I don't see him pulling up and fighting, making anything better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just said you don't want your name, but you're pulling up with violence and shit, trying to fight shit. So that shit don't make no sense, like you said. So
yeah, and if you already been paid, like I don't understand why you would even be having a problem or an issue. Like if you already been paid for it, bro, you might as well just do what the fuck you were supposed to be doing.
For real, business for pleasure, man. I don't know what he's doing.
And if you signed up for it, then that's it. But it was a crazy situation to me when I looked at it like, bro, you can't say you don't want to be violent now. You part of a violent show. You know what I mean? It make no sense. But what else you got up for us, man?
Man, I got my big-headed dumbass of the day, man. But this man, he passed away from his decisions, man.
What'd he do?
A lawyer dies in tragic accident after MRI machine magnetic field causes his gun to go off.
Damn, that's cold.
So this man was getting an MRI, and they frisk you down and ask you if you got any metal on or inside you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
before you get up in there.
Yeah, for sure they do.
And this man went up in there with his pistol on him, And the magnetic field from the MRI set the pistol off, and he shot himself.
Yeah, he is the big-headed jackass of the day.
Yeah,
but
man.
that's sad he had to die. Rest in
Yeah,
peace,
man.
to
You got to think before you do shit like that.
Because that was a little out of pocket.
That wasn't even smart at all. Like,
nah, that was out of pocket. You feel me? Like
what even made him think that was a good idea? I don't know, bro. Like, maybe he didn't want to tell the people about, oh, I got a gun on me or something. But you just had lost your life, man. So.
Yeah, rest in peace to brother. I will say that though. Rest in peace.
Condolences to bro. He was a lawyer too. Like,
that was a terrible decision though.
Yeah, that's like a freak accident for sure, bro.
Freak accident. They told him not to have no medal.
Damn, bro.
Facts. But I want to talk about my last one, man. So, the 6 people that were murdered in Tulare County. Remember?
Yeah, we talked about a couple shows ago.
Yeah. So what's coming out is that it's a Norteño and a Serrano beef, right? So the Serrano guy basically told on the Norteño guy 6 years previous to this whole situation. So he went back and he shot up the whole family and killed them. And this goes back to snitching, right? So, sure. Yeah, I wanted to bring it up because do you think it was really worth it for him to tell on him? Because basically he was getting into it with his nephew. So the dude was getting into it with his nephew. I don't want to even use their names or whatever. We're going to just, you know what I'm saying? Dude was getting into it with his nephew. And he seen the nephew in the car with this girl. And the Norteño guy started shooting at him, right? So when he started shooting at him, they went back and forth. A lot of things happened.
So he started shooting at his nephew or someone else started
He started shooting at the Serrano guy's nephew.
Yeah.
Okay? So when he started shooting at the Serrano guy's nephew, I don't think he hit him. Whatever. He got sentenced to 5 years or 7 years, but he did 5 of the 7 years. Okay,
for attempt or something.
I think it was like reckless discharge of a firearm.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so when he got sentenced for that, basically, he did the 5 years. So he came back and he murdered their whole family.
Sheesh.
And I want to get your opinion on this, like, because we didn't have all the facts of the case.
Damn, that shit built it up for 2-3 weeks now. So I'm glad you said that because I thought it was some whole just another shit, but that shit was deep. He said he did 5 years already and came back and killed the whole family.
Yeah, he did 5 years.
So damn, he knew
he probably was in jail every day just thinking like I'm about to kill this nigga. And
killing everybody.
And plus he's from an opposite side. You know what I mean?
For sure. And he had to go do time and they shot at him or something.
Nah. I think they just he just had problem with him. You know what I'm saying? Problems with him. But he probably had problems because he was a Serrano and he was a Norteño, period, point blank.
Nah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? There probably didn't need to be more than that. You know how it is.
Nah, and that shit don't end but death.
Yeah. But, it was a cold situation when you looked at it because,
Nah, so he had that on his chest building up for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah. And, snitching is never okay. Like, you should keep it in the streets because, look what happened. They said the guy that told, he got killed first. You know what I mean?
So that's why too. Then he probably killed him because he snitched on him and killed him because he had that animosity still. Like, this nigga gotta go.
Facts. So we got to make sure we keep it in the streets with this shit, y'all. Man, don't be telling on people because that man was responsible single-handedly for getting his whole family killed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Stay dangerous, man. Go get that thing.
Facts. But what else you got for us, man? That was my last.
Yeah, we gonna end it off with Sway Lee and Lil Bow Wow. They mad because they got snubbed off the Billboard Top 50 list, man.
Sway Lee and Lil Bow Wow.
Yeah, Sway Lee from Dre Summer and Lil Bow Wow, man.
Yeah, I will say that Sway Lee is the little light-skinned one.
Yeah.
He hard, though. But I
don't think he belongs on the Top 50. Neither does Bow Wow either, man.
But that song he made with French Montana, was it Unforgettable?
Yeah, that's a hit for sure.
I think that's
what he was mad about. He's like, you guys ain't going to put me on there. I've been diamond. He went diamond like all his albums and records.
That song, right?
Yeah.
That's why I say I don't know about that. Like, that's not a good call.
He said
I'm just going off of numbers alone.
He got diamond records.
Now, Bow Wow, see how I got quiet? Because
he ain't made no noise to be on there like that.
Yeah,
really.
Bow Wow, he
was just there.
He was just there in the moment. You feel me? He didn't really. He made good songs and shit back then, but
yeah, Like Mike was tight, man.
Yeah, Like Mike was hard for me. I like Mike, but nigga, that's about all he did. But yeah, Sway Lee, I'll be mad.
Yeah, once you grew up and shit, your shit died out, bro. You just wasn't tight no more.
Matter of fact, Sway Lee and them had that song. That girl is a real. Is that her?
Yeah.
Them? Just come on, bro. Get the fuck out of here. That nigga should
Him
have
and
been
his
on that
brother,
list.
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. I ain't even finna lie. I'll be mad too, Sway. For real, bro. Straight the fuck up, nigga. Nigga, you made too many hits, nigga, on my mama.
Yeah, man, he should have been at the bottom somewhere, man.
For real. But I'm about to end it off with that one, man.
Yeah, man. Y'all stay safe, man. Stay dangerous. Only way is up.
Yes, sir.
I am Busy Mac and the Handicap Assassin.
And I'm your boy, Big Gotti, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us on another one. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, man, because it lets you know when we drop.
Yeah, let's get it.
Stay safe, man.